Hello everybody, I'm Raphael Perry, and it's time for some more Rough for Righteous. Now I've got a bit of a sore throat at the moment, so I might be a little gravelly at times. After the event... After the events of the last episode, we find ourselves in the Defender's Heart, not the Defender's Half, which would be a much more suitable name for this place. Let's head out into the inn and see who we can find and what's going on here. Also, let's lock that camera for a bit. So Anivia meets us. Hey, mind if I bend your ear about something? Anivia is outside your door, leaning casually against a shelf. So here's the first and most important thing. Beth gave you a crucial mission. I get that, and I know you'll get the job done. I saw you in action. But here's the rub. By sending you out on an errand, we're weakening our defences here. If they come at us while you're gone, I don't know if we'll be able to fight them off. Alright, do you want me to stay here and guard the tavern? You what? No, your task is far too important. You can't just hole up here all cosy like, waiting for the demons to knock on your door. We need to take the fight to them. But if those freaks try to make a move on this place, Beth will send a runner to get you. If that happens, you leg it back here, alright? Because if you don't, you'll be coming back to an ash pile, got it? Alright, yeah, I understand. Everything seems pretty clear so far. What else do you want to discuss? So, the rift that damn beetle left with its scythe. Yeah, well, it cut the city in two and it's kind of difficult to get across. My scouts tell me there's a halfway decent place to set up a crossing in Market Square, not that any of them tried to make sure. But if you got a mind to go across, and I think you're going to have to eventually, you might want to give the square a once over. Okay, right, now when do you think the demons are likely to attack this place? Your guess is as good as mine. It might not be here. They could attack the whole damn city. Those vermin know they've lost the upper hand and we're going to push back hard. If things kick off here, you should know after they attack, some things could be changed beyond recognition. So if you got any business that needs taken care of, you better do it soon. Alright, well, thank you for the warning. I'll see you later. Later. Watch yourself out there. So in other words, we do not have unlimited time. We shouldn't dawdle. Which is exactly what we're going to do. Hey! There's Camellia. Let's say hello. Camellia looks you over, pensively, toying with the snake-shaped bone amulet that dangles from her pale neck. Noticing your glance, she flashes you a cold, barely there smile. Greetings. It seems for a moment that the girl wants to say something else, but the pause grows too long and she slips back into cautious silence. In which case, I think the last thing we want to do is try and draw it out of her. I spy backwards belt buckle of Lockwood shit artness. Not good. Camellia, you have lowered significantly in my estimation. Why is it obvious? Because here. Just there, that's the giveaway. So, what is it that she doesn't feel comfortable saying? You don't belong in my party. Your amulet is quite unusual. Where did you get it? Ah, my little trinket. It's so nice of you to notice, but I assure you this amulet is nothing but a bauble. Can a lady not be drawn to beautiful, useless things? Oh, absolutely, of course. Your speech tells me you're of noble birth. Camellia laughs, her practiced musical laugh as she watches you from under lowered lashes. You're most insightful, a fine quality to have. Camellia's laughter ends, and unspoken words hang in the silence. Well, Wait. There's nothing wrong with being noble. Still, I believe that being of noble birth does not give anyone the right to look down on others. Well, that's not exactly what she's doing here. Forgive me if my questions disturb you. I couldn't resist such a noble and beautiful lady. I will stop bothering you immediately. What the hell? This is Wrath of the Righteous, not Sex Seducer 2021 or whatever you want to call it. And that really came out of nowhere. Look, I hardly know the girl. This is most inappropriate. There's nothing wrong with being noble. People are not born equal. I wouldn't have pegged you as a philosopher. Well, now you know. Look, I've got to go. We'll talk later. I won't keep you. A dawning smile on Camelia's face freezes and quickly dies away. She's happy we stopped talking to her? No, that's not right, because we left. That does not make a lot of sense. Gwyrm. Horgus Gwyrm. 1,000 crowns for you, just as promised. You helped me get back to the surface, and I duly paid you for escorting me. Horgus Gwyrm always keeps his word. Now, speaking of our future cooperation, Horgus looks at you with unvarnished disapproval, his arms folded across his chest, his foot tapping impatiently. I have a job that would be perfect for someone like you. Naturally, I'll pay generously for your services. Well, we know he'll offer us a fair payment, and he'll refuse to not pay us, so I'm not going to... I'm not interested. I'm not going to ask that, because that's an insulting, antagonistic question. What does this job involve? I'm not even going to ask about reward, because A, that'd be inappropriate, and B, he's already decided what he's going to give me, and he doesn't like haggle over prices. You shall be my bodyguard. You see, I have good reason to return to my mansion here in Knaves. I still have... well, it doesn't matter, it's none of your business. My mansion is a breathtaking building with a large garden in the wealthy part of the city. Even before the demons attacked, every thief and fraudster in the city had tried to get inside, one way or another. I shudder to imagine the state it's in now. I have little hope that my guards were able to hold the mansion during the attack, and I expect that the servants fled when they saw the demons. Only Abaddon knows what's happened there since. Therefore, I would ask that you meet me at my mansion and guard me there until I complete my business. Ah, he's a devout worshipper of Abaddon. That'll explain why he's like into fair prices. Got it. Abaddon being the god of trade and commerce. I have asked the local paladins for help, but they've no desire to set foot outside this tavern. Damn cowards and traitors, that's what they are. Also, please do take Camellia with you. I trust that girl more than the rest of your gang. She is of noble birth, after all. Oh, indeed. Then it's a deal, I suppose. Marvellous. Most excellent. Horgus's face relaxes, something smoothing a few of the tense lines. I'll proceed to my mansion at once and wait for you there. Meanwhile, we needn't hurry. I know the city like the back of my hand, but do hurry, unless you want me to lower your reward. I see. Hello, barman, you have a name. A strange figure towers over the bar. A huge, ungainly man with skin so milky white that his blue veins are visible even from a distance. His bald head is equal parts lumpy and pitted, and blood-filled eyes stare impassively out at you from beneath his pale brows. The glass in the albino's large, clumsy hands looks dangerously delicate, as if one twitch of those calloused fingers would be enough to crush it. A golden medallion engraved with a tankard gleams around his neck. What'll it be? Oh, yeah, Caden Kalian. Sure. The medallion you're wearing, that's a sacred symbol, isn't it? Are you a cleric of Caden Kalian? I am a tavern keeper, best in the city. The best there's ever been, and I pray to the best god there is. Who are you? The albino takes your measure. Sorry, I'm really tired and sleepy, but I should have recorded something earlier. I was just too knackered. So if I trip over words a bit sometimes, it might not be the best episode, but hey, at least I finally get to play. The albino takes your measure with his red eyes, and finally with a gentle sigh says, Gemel Hawks, vampire. I see, and how did you end up in the Crusader city of all places? How did anyone end up here? How did you? Or them? With a huge hand, the tavern keeper gestures to a ragtag group assembled in the room. The world is big, but still there isn't a place for everyone. People who no longer have a life anywhere else. They end up here. I see. Any news in the city? The albino looks around. There are demons everywhere. And you showed up. I suppose that is allegedly newsworthy. Are there any places in the city worth visiting? If you mean places that normal people usually stay well away from, then there are plenty, like the Pitaxian wine cellar. Gemel pauses for effect, like the name of the place alone should make you quiver in fear. Well, yeah, we have played Kingmaker. I haven't finished it yet, actually. I'll be getting back to that at some point soon. I've got like 15 or 16 episodes of Kingmaker on the backlog. I should just upload some of those. It once belonged to a Pitaxian trading house. Then King Irveti came to power in Pitax, and property started changing hands. Soon after, the seller's shop assistant was found in a ditch. Not all of him mined, just his head. Numerian gangsters had taken possession of the place. They wanted to sell something stronger than wine on the street, and they ended up on the gallows. Then King Irveti's number was up, so now the store stands empty and unclaimed. People say that a headless ghost wanders the place at night, moaning ghoulishly, "Ooh." Well, we now know that place exists. After coming to the end of this story, unusually long by his standards, the tavern keeper takes a swig from his tankard. Just don't ask me how he makes that noise with no head. I wasn't there, I just tell it like I heard it. I see, well, show me what you have. He has a lot of potions, and we're probably going to need a lot of potions, given that the adventure has been flooding us with massive amounts of potions so far. However, he has other things as well. 34,000. No, 3,400. I was like, 34,000 for that? That's not right. Let's see, gloves for neophyte. Whenever the wearer of these gloves cast a cantrip or a first level spell, that spell deals 1 additional point of damage per die rolled. Oh, that's Burning Hands gloves right there. The Dark Veil. Once per day you may use this item to grant your party total concealment against ranged attacks for 1 minute. There could be uses for that. Dark Omen. A very old Warhammer game like Shadow of the Horned Rat. If the wearer of this ring has the ability to cast spells spontaneously, it grants them the ability to cast the following spells: Ray of Enfeeblement, Scare, Ray of Exhaustion, Fear, and Waves of Fatigue. So basically, if you're a cleric, to cast a spell, the wearer needs to have a spell slot. But yeah. Obviously, it's sponting. Okay, that is a very reasonable price for a small bag of holding. We have more potions. A spicy pastry recipe. You know what? Yes. We could do with some food recipes for when we cook at camp. Not that we've done much of that yet. And since he's selling an outrageous amount of He's buying stuff. Like, yep. Let's absolutely unload all these things. Okay, okay. So far, 17 male shirts. Yeah, we don't need to carry all those. I'm holding off on the good quality stuff yet. Okay, we don't need 5 of those. And we're probably not going to need all of these either, but... Marching Terror. I looked at this in the previous episode. Okay. We're obviously keeping Radiance because there is no way it should be so mediocre. And we were talking about finding someone who might be able to repair it. That, in turn, might cost us a lot of money, and these are now fully identified. +2 on saving throws against movement impairing conditions. Oh, I know where those are going then. An ingredient? No. Flog that then. Right. Craftsman or collector? Okay, fine. Right. Oh dear. Sorry, I need to sneeze, I think. I'm having an awkward morning, aren't I? That's unfortunate. Right. So, we'll keep that, because it's got to be pretty much single use, right? And the more we can flog off here, the better. Right. So I might keep that. Get rid of these. And those. There we go. That'll make a significant dent in the amount of weight we're carrying. Alright. Let's make that a deal. Ah, good. We did level. Right. Let's look at stuff. Composite longbow, not masterwork longbow. Okay, so obviously we want a masterwork composite longbow, but hey, for now the damage beats for 1 point of attack benefit. Short bow, you know something? Masterwork greatsword. Where is it? Cold Iron Masterwork, Dueling Sword. Ah, it's not a great sword. Got it. So that's something we can probably do without. Oh, sell those as well, right. Okay. I don't need that then, actually. Actually, for damage reduction, the hammer might be a really good choice. But no. Wait. It's no special material. Okay. Guess what, Lan? That's an armor bonus, that's a natural armor bonus. You're getting both of these then. 9 heavy crossbows, we don't need those. Right, Camellia. You absolute... Okay. Well then, look, we're just going to do this. Hey ho. Really now? You're on very... Okay, well look, there's a backup weapon. In which case, keep the short bow because it's lighter. And we're going to give her those boots. There we go, and her boots have changed. Right. What else? Well, we don't need those. Right, and we're going to learn this. We know how to cook something. Let's flog a few more things. You found a new recipe. Spicy pastry. You found a new recipe. Yes, I know, you just told me. To learn it, right-click it in the inventory and choose the memorize option, not the copy recipe option. Different recipes require different ingredients and dishes cooked best, and dishes cooked using them grant unique bonuses. Okay, got it. So, don't need these. That's gonna go. And we should... Oh! Oh? No. Right, shared. Got it. Now I see what it's doing. Okay, don't need that. It's pretty, but it'll be a hefty feat investment. Marshall? Marshall, okay. Right. We don't need that. Keeping it magical, I suppose. Oh, we don't need all these either. There we go. Better? A bit better. What else was there here that we could probably have parted with? Oh, yeah. Giant spider legs, apparently no use for them at all. Which is wonderful, because we don't have to think of them as something we're going to cook and eat. Okay, that is an outrageous amount of money we've made. How about we purchase an outrageous amount of potions? And say, look, we're going off into certain danger. Just, 4. So into danger we shall venture. Now we've spoken to Camellia, so we might as well level her up now. So. Sure. We'll stick with the same class for now. Alright, let's see. What's she good at the moment? Trickery? Yes. Stealth? We'll give her a little mobility. And that's all her skill points. Wow, she really doesn't get very many, does she? Right, feats. What do we have so far? +3 on trickery. Yep, fine. Okay, yep, skill focus. Oh, it's half-elf racial skill focus. Got it. Green Faith. Really? Interesting. That, I suppose a snake skull necklace, yeah. Courtier. Ah, that's where she gets her weapon proficiency from. Got it. Simple, light, medium, okay. What's she getting this level? Just level 2 spells, looks like. Yeah. Right, okay, so let's see. Point blank shot. Yes, it would be good for her. Not with a crossbow, though. Okay, so weapon focus. Sure. Unsurprisingly, this is going to be with her rapier. Here we go. New spells, a whole load of second level spells, so then she doesn't learn spells, she just knows spells. Okay. And now, that's good. In fact, it's probably as good as she's going to get for a very long time. But we can tidy up here as well a bit. Alright, let's look around and see who we... Ah yes, Staunton Vane. Well, we weren't told to talk to him, but it was suggested we should. And you know what? Since we are making active skill checks, yeah, let's stick with Oracle and level up Althea. Obviously, a little bit of this, a little bit of this. This is a bit cheesy, but here we go. There we go. Right. Weapon focus? No. No, no, no. Persuasive combat casting. I wonder if allied spellcaster. Ooh. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Wait. Allied spellcaster requires an intelligence of 3 and doesn't require the ability to actually cast spells. You'd think the ability to actually cast spells would be important for that feat. Because then we could use that as we're more of a frontline healer type. Because lifelink is currently broken until it gets patched. Coordinated defense, deceitful, persuasion and trickery. No, but for Camellia that would be a good choice. But then she's somewhat socially lacking, so it wouldn't fit her that much. Defensive combat training. Okay, no, that's actually quite good. Endurance, fast learner. 1 additional skill point per level, which should backdate, but probably won't because of the way the game handles things. Great Fortitude, good choice. History of Terrors. Humans with this feat gain a +2 racial bonus on saving throws to resist mind-affecting effects. This bonus increases to +4 if the effect is also a fear effect. You know what? That sounds like a really good idea, but we do have a will save as a strong save. Seems a little... So that's +2. Well, that's +2, +4. That's... Ooh. And with Iron Will, we can go to improved Iron Will and so on. Power attack. Shake It Off is a great teamwork feat, especially if you're an Inquisitor or a Cavalier. Spell penetration was recommended, but Althea's mostly going to be a support type caster, so not the best choice. Warrior Priest. Domain selection or domain mystery, or you get a +1 bonus on initiative checks and a +2 bonus on concentration checks. You know what? Yes. There we go. A new revelation. We're taking channel positive energy. Yes, yes we are. And they have explicitly placed this after feat selection, so I couldn't take extra channel oracle at the same time, which is odd because there isn't a set order of operations in leveling up, so that is just a little more exclusive. It shapes the build a little more clunkily. Right, new spells. Level 1 spells. Can we go for level 2 spells yet? No, we cannot. I think we get those at level 4. Right. Bane, it's the anti-bless. Cause Sphere, command, maybe approach, fall, flee, or halt. What? No surrender. Or command wank. That was always a good one. Firebelly should be restricted to worshippers of Torag. Haze of Dreams, I think Desna. Inflict like wounds, no. Magic weapon, maybe. Protection from alignment, yeah. That'd be a really good choice. Remove fear. Shield of faith. That's not self, is it? One friendly okay, good. It's not self. Yeah, so if we take protection from alignment... Oh, we only get one spell? Oh, that's a little more serious then. Stunning barrier. That's self. You're closely surrounded by a barely visible magic field. The field provides a +1 deflection bonus to armor class and a +1 resistance bonus on saves. What, all saves? Wow. Any creature that strikes you with a melee attack is stunned for 1 round. Will negates. Once this field has stunned an opponent, the spell is discharged. Okay, so it's not a massive stun everyone, it's just a special stun. Extra plane of dog, no thank you. We don't want to put dogs in danger. Now fortunately, Shield of Faith +2 deflection bonus to armor class, protection from alignment is also a deflection bonus, and pretty much everyone we come up against is going to be evil, so yes. There we go. Character Althea Melenos has prepared the spell Raise Dead. No, she hasn't! It requires for material component diamond, which you don't possess. Material components are items necessary. Look, I don't have that spell. What are you on about? Unless I've suddenly gained it as an extra ability? Fine, you know. The dwarf resembles an abandoned citadel, one whose high, crumbling walls are still holding fast, but whose empty, lightless windows make it clear that all inside is dead. Oh, do they mean the dragon scales that we can use? That might make more sense. Oh, it's you. Good work back there in the Grey Garrison. Name's Staunton Vane. If you've heard rumours about me... His face, which looks like it has never known anything as carefree as a smile, grimaces. Just so you know, everything people say about me, it's true. What do people say about you? They say I'm a traitor, as bad as a Rilu Vorlesh, who apparently we know everything about already. That I'm a disgrace, even among the ranks of the condemned. That Queen Galfrey should never have spared me, but I belong on the gallows. Why do they hate you so much? Why do you hate yourself so much? You really don't know? Well, I mean, that eyeless fiend did say some things, but literally that's the first I'd heard about it. Staunton gives you a long, morose look, then sighs. I'm the reason why the crusade forces are holed up in fortresses on the edge of the Worldwound instead of bringing the fight to the demons. We used to have a foothold in the wound, the mighty unassailable city of Dresden. We used to have it until it fell, and all because of my stupidity. I gave the enemy our main citadel. I was tried. They wanted to execute me, and rightly so, but the Queen intervened. She said that I should live and fight in order to undo what I have done. So that's how I live. Decade after decade, fighting in the condemned. The dwarf shrugs. As you can see, I've fixed nothing and I've earned no one's forgiveness. Are you going to spit in my face too? It wouldn't surprise me. No, I'm not going to do that. I did say Althea might lean slightly, she wants to be lawful, but leans a little too much to the chaotic and therefore ends up neutral. I'm not going to spit in his face. It's not my place to judge you, but hey, you give him a chance to live, so live, and stop blaming others for what you've been made, what you've made of your life. He's not blaming others, he's blaming himself. That doesn't make sense. And telling him to lighten up a bit, that's not... He's made his choice, right? He's decided... You keep living and fighting with no hope of anything better because that's what the Queen ordered you to do. There is an honour in that. I'm going to just go with this one. I hope you earn forgiveness. Thank you. From the depths of my soul I thank you, but I haven't had hope for a long, long time. How is it possible that the entire city fell because of you? What do you mean, how? The knight glares at you from beneath his furrowed brows. If you don't trust the word of a condemned, go ask somebody else, like my little brother Joran, and if you still don't believe it, what's it to me? But if you're here about to ask me to recount the story of my disgrace for the 1000th time, don't. Alright, I won't. I'm not gonna... Could we become his friend? That's an interesting thought. You really don't have any friends? I couldn't have survived this long if I was completely alone. Joran, my little brother, he keeps me going. He's never abandoned me. Everyone else shies away from me like they might catch what I've got. Even fighters in the condemned console themselves by thinking, I got stripped of my rank, but at least I'm not Staunton. Commander Tirabade seems to be the only person in the whole army who remembers that I'm a soldier and not a drudge. She has no qualms about taking me into battle. She had some mud flung at her in the past, or so I hear. That's why she tries to keep an open mind about people. It's no surprise that she's the only one to hold on to her sense of reason in this farce. I need to talk to the one who calls himself the Storyteller. Do you know where I can find him? The Storyteller. Staunton strokes his beard in thought. A strange old fellow, that one. He used to sit with me for hours asking about all sorts of things. He never offered judgment or comfort, he just listened. At first I wanted him and his questions as far away from me as possible, but later I realized that talking to him did ease my burden a little. I hope he is alive and well. He's completely blind and feeble too, so if he's alone in the city, well, you probably know what that means. That reminds me, Alcat killed the blind Aravashniel, the elf at the bottom of the chasm. In the original adventure, he's alive still and blinded by his injuries from the fall. I wonder if they've replaced him with the Storyteller, although he did have a, I think, possibly somewhat larger role to play later on, so maybe not. Because there was a whole subplot involving helping restore his sight. Or not, as the case may be. I do know of one place he might be. Look for him in the Blackwing. It's a library. Here, I'll show you where it is on the map. Yeah, just don't mark the map. This isn't Skyrim. I don't know what use a library is to a blind elf, but he loves the place. He would sit there day and night. You know what? Thank you, Staunton. I've got to go for now. I don't want to... I don't think he would agree with this. No. He's in it to the end. Go on then. Maybe we'll see each other again. Perhaps we will. In better times. And looking at the time, I should probably stop recording soon, because actually, I've been, wow, just spending so long in here. Yeah, I'm gonna stop this one here. I hope you've all enjoyed this episode, even though we didn't even get out of the building. And I'll look forward to seeing you all in the next one. I'm gonna say goodbye for now, though, and cheerio, everyone.